evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, welcome. My name is Jordie James. I've got you for the next 15 minutes. So today I want to talk about something that Spirit gave me this morning, which then I got a little bit scared about that I lost it because everything came up this morning. So it was really interesting. I feel like I did connect with my higher self today about fear. Now, the word fear is quite interesting. What they sort of showed me, now just bear with me for a second. It gets a little bit, you can take it or leave it. But this is to my knowledge and my understanding. Fear is a human trait. Fear is not a spirit or a spirit trait. And it's really important to know that. And fear is basically, it can be, what they were showing me as well is like the old Indian proverb, which wolf do you want to feed? Do you want to feed something that just keeps growing into a negative, or do you want to feed the positive attributes of yourself? And fear can be one of those that really holds us back with a lot of things that are going to be really, really good for us, because one, we may have not trusted what we received last time, or two, we may have been burnt. So what they showed me is allowing yourself to, if you're fearful of things or have a little bit of fear about moving to a new job or moving to a new house or releasing yourself from friends or family relationships or things like that, sit with it and breathe. Take that energetic sort of fear out of it, or that word out of it, and go, okay, is it to my higher self that I need to do this? Is it going to be to my benefit that I really do what I need to do? So fear can really sometimes take hold of the things that are going to be really, really good for us, because we don't want to step on people's toes. We don't want to let something go that has been such a norm for us, or such a comfortable pillow for us, that we don't want to let it go because of fear of what's going to happen next. And you might find that that next day or that next hour might be the best day, best hour. And it's really important to sit in the present moment, which makes sense with what they were trying to say to me today, is when we sit in the present, when we sit in it with ourselves and really connect with, and not fear of tomorrow, fear of next week, it allows us to be the whole person that we truly are. And we don't step back from things. We don't take the bull by the horns, if that makes sense. So allow yourself to dissipate the fear and go, I'm going to take the bull by the horns. I'm going to just say, yes, I'm going to do this, and to bugger everyone else. Excuse my French. So it's really important for you to look after that positive wolf, not the negative wolf, if that makes sense. So, so I hope that makes sense with everyone. It was quite an interesting thing. When I got it today, I was like, oh, that felt so good, with this little download about fear. I was like, oh, and then I lost it. So the other thing I want to say about this is, make sure that when you get good things, or when you feel like a good affirmation sort of come in, write it down straight away, or voice record it into your phone if you've got your phone next to your bed, preferably not, but that's okay. And write it down and really put it into words before you get up and look at screens, which is what I did today. So that's my little lesson. I know that if I do get something like that now, I know that I've got to write it. I know I've got to speak into a voice recorder with it. So just remember, fear is a human trait, not a spiritual trait. So because they always look after us, the universe has always got our back, and we know that our higher selves will never put ourselves in danger unless we need to learn the lesson, but not in danger of ourselves. So I hope that makes sense. So I have the beautiful Tammy from, is it Ormiston? Orbitstown. Thank you, darling. Hi, Tammy. How you going?
I'm doing good.
Oh, good. Now, tell me, would you like me to go psychically with what's going on around you or mediumshiply, which is connecting with loved ones?
Um, it really doesn't matter. Just the fact that I'm getting a reading with what's going on is important.
That's awesome. Okay, that's really cool. So, well, welcome to my show and thank you for allowing me to connect with you. Okay, I'm actually going to tap into you, Tammy, not to say that your loved ones aren't around you, but I've got a funny feeling that you're able to listen to spirit anyway, because I feel as I blend with you, sometimes I feel like I want to hit you over the head with a blow up hammer. You are beautifully connected, and sometimes you sort of, it's like I would say to you, gorgeous Tammy, that sometimes you overstep before you actually think about things. Would that make sense to you?
Definitely.
Thank you. Because it's just
Definitely.
like I want to go, you get information, but then you bypass it or you put it to the side. It's like you're playing football and you miss a pass or something. It's just something about when you get information, you don't have time, sorry. You do have time sometimes, but sometimes you just go, oh yeah, I'm just going to put that in the basket to look at later. And then you forget to look at the basket later. So for me, as I look at you, oh wow, okay. So I know that you're either a healer or that you love spiritual work. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Thank you. Because I want to say I can see like an oracle deck next to you, or you love playing and you love being in the energy of spirit or universe. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, thank
It's
you. Because
exciting
it's
to me.
really funny because with you, darling, I love it. You're like you're typical. I don't know if you read, but you're like a typical person that does readings when you get the messages, but you don't listen to them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for the most part, I think it's not only the reading, but when I get uh, information or advice or whatever, something comes up and you're right, I don't listen.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Awesome. So I am connected with you. This is great. The first thing I want to say, oh my God, you're like a pocket rocket. I'm trying to, I'm trying to catch my breath with you. You are literally always on the go, which is great, but you're always on the go for other people, sometimes for yourself. But I just feel like I want to go. You're always, which is great. You need to be that carer for people. You need to be that mom. You need to be that daughter, all that sort of thing. But then there's some times when I feel like I want to go. There's an aspect here, Tammy, where you just need to take a breath.
Yeah, I know all about that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And I just feel like I want to go. I know you're going into fall soon over there. So there's an aspect here of gathering or holding space for yourself before you go into the winter months over there. So you can actually sit, get everything sorted, everything organized before you go into winter. So then you can actually sit by the fire and read a book, or sit by, like, just sit and be with yourself and try and get things. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to run 100 miles an hour to get everything done, but there's an aspect here where I just want you to sit in a space of just being able to go, right, I need to plan for the rest of the year. And it's really important for you to do this. Now, also, I know over the last couple of months for you, it feels like you're catching your tail. I feel like you're going 100 miles an hour. Would that make sense?
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you. And the other thing too is I keep hearing that sometimes the car is like your solitude at the moment. I feel like car is a sacred space for you because when you sit in the car, you can drive and just be at a place that you love and you just go, I can breathe. I'm out of the house. I'm just breathing. Does that make sense? And I know with the beautiful universal hibernation going on that we sometimes we I don't know about you guys, but we've been in a lockdown. But there's just an aspect here of just being able to get out of the house and just be in your own space.
yeah, definitely. I look for
Thank
that
you.
constantly, even just a
Thank
moment.
you. Yeah, cool. Now, do you have three children, or is there a reference to three children around you?
Actually, I have four. One that's turning
Okay.
21, and
Okay.
my
Cool.
youngest is turning 3, and my oldest is turning 21. So yeah,
Oh,
I'm always
bless
on the
you.
go.
Can I just, I'm just bowing down to you, gorgeous. You're just amazing. So it's really interesting. Do you still have three at home? Because I just feel like, oh, there's three of a kind. So I don't know if there's three. I don't know if you've got three girls, but there's just a reference to this. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's freaking awesome. Yes, because first of all, I do have three girls and one boy.
Thank you.
This week I have three of my children at home, and the fourth child is visiting her dad for the week. So either way, he has three.
Yep, thank you. Because there's just an aspect here of, with you, darling, you, oh my God, you're so down to earth. I love it. You say it how it is. You're a spade, like if a spade's a spade, do you know what I mean? And I just know that what's coming up for you is just, I just want to go, whatever you've been putting your mind to, manifesting, setting the intent, is starting to come into fruition. It's like you're starting to see the signs of really good stuff coming for you. And I just want to go, take a breath and soak it in, because finally it's like abundance is coming in. It's finally like you're going, oh, like I've worked so hard for this and now it's just coming into fruition. Does that make sense to you?
It does, and you've actually brought tears to my eyes.
Oh, darling, you're just amazing. And please, if you can, I would love you to connect with me on my Facebook page when you get a chance. But I know I'm getting wrapped up here. But Tammy, I just want to say, make sure you say yes to the opportunity now. I don't know if you're looking at study, but I just want to go, please say yes, because it's like what I was talking about before about fear, allowing yourself to disconnect from the fear and just go with where your heart takes you. So Tammy, may I leave that with you, gorgeous lady? Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
You're welcome, beautiful. Have a lovely week, everyone. I will see you all next week. I'm getting a wrap up. Okay, bye for now.